Good morning, children. I am Kavita Jayachandra Pillai. I will be taking for you topic 8 algebraic expression and operations on them. Already you have studied simple equations last year, so I will be going through what you have studied last year and we will come to the current topic. Now, algebraic expression. Now, what we are going to study in this topic is how algebraic expressions are formed. We will come to know how they can be combined. Then, we will know how we can find their values and how they can be used. Is this clear to you? What we are going to cover in this algebraic expression? How they are formed, how these algebraic expressions are formed, how they can be combined, how we can find their values, and how they can be used. Is it clear? These are the topic we will be covering. In standard 6, you have already come across simple algebraic expressions like you have already seen what is x plus 3. You have already formed such equations like x plus 3. Then you have seen y minus 5. This type of simple equation you have already seen. And also you have seen what is 4x plus 5. This type of expressions you have seen. These are the simple algebraic expressions which you have already studied. Is it clear? Then 10x, 10y or 10x, whichever variable you want, you can use 10y minus 5 and so on. Is it clear? These are the simple equations, simple algebraic expressions which you have already studied. Now, we have also seen many examples of several expressions related to simple equation where you used it to solve the puzzles and word problems or any daily life questions you were given in that topic of simple equation and you solved it using the equations such form. Now we will see how are expressions formed, that is simple algebraic expressions, how they are formed. We will see now. Now how an algebraic expressions are formed. Now variables, constants and algebraic operations, all these things together form the algebraic expressions. That means an algebraic expression is an expression which is made up of variables, it has constants, and along with that it is associated with algebraic operation. What are the algebraic operations you have studied in maths? You have algebraic operations plus, then which are the other operation you have studied? Minus sign, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Is it clear? All these are known as algebraic operations. Is it clear? Now you know what are variables. What are variables? A variable is a letter used to represent unknown value. You represent some unknown value using variable. Remembering what you have studied using the variables, in simple equation you wrote x plus 5. Now when you write x plus 5, what is x here? X is the variable here which is the unknown value. You have to find it. So how you used to find? Is equals to, suppose in that equation they have given you it is equals to 10. Now in the last video we have seen how algebraic expressions are formed using variables, constants and the operators, algebraic operators. Is that clear? Now see here in this example. Now 6y plus 9. This is also another algebraic expression. Now how is this formed? This is formed 6y. How 6y is formed? When I multiplied 6 and y. 6y means what? 6 into, this is equals to 6 into y. Is it clear to you? So what are the factors in 6y? It is 6 and y are the factors in 6y. And after that what I did? So these are the factors in 6y, and after that I added 9 to 6y. So I got an expression. So this way you can combine the terms. Now you call this as one term, this is one term, this is second term. Is it clear? So these are known as the terms, and this is the first term in this expression, x plus 5. This is the first term, this is the second term. Is it clear? This is a variable, this is a constant, but it is separated with a operator. So this is the first term, this is the second term. Here also this is the first term, 6y together forms one term and 9 is the second term. Now let's see how we can get this expression. Now how we got this expression? What is this expression? 10y minus 20. Now 10y minus 20 is obtained by first multiplying y is multiplied by 10. 10y means 10 into y. Then what we have done, and then subtracting 20 from the product. Product means 10y. Is it clear? 10 into y means what is the answer? 10y. So that this is the product. From the product minus we have subtracted 20 from the product. Is it clear? This way we obtain this. The above expression were obtained by combining variables with constant, but we can also obtain expression by combining variables with themselves or with other variable also. Let's see one example for that. See the first example. In the first example, how I got x square. X square I got is obtained by multiplying the variable x. If I multiply again by x itself, what I get? X into x is equals to x square. Is it clear? The same way, just as how you got, suppose I write here 4. 4 into 4 I can write as 4 square, 2 times 4 raised to 2. Is it clear? The same way, x into x is equals to x square. Now let's go to the second example, 2y square. Now 2y square we can write it as 2 into, nothing here means into, 2y square. So 2 into y into y. Y into y is y square. You have studied already, y into y is y square. Now when this y square is multiplied by 2, we get 2y square. Is that clear to you? Now how we get this? Now see this one, 3x square. How we find the factors first? Here 3 is there, x is there, one more x is there. So first we multiply, we first try to get x square. So x into x is x square. Then that we are multiplying with 3. So we get 3x square. Is that clear? Now from this product we are subtracting the constant number 5. So we got the expression 3x square minus 5. Now fourth example, xy. How we get xy? We multiply the variable x with another variable y. So we get, when we multiply it, we get a term xy. Is it clear? It is a term xy together. Now the next element, terms of an expression. How you Good morning, children. In the previous video, I have explained you what terms are. Now, how to find the factors also I have explained you. Now, see this expression. I have made one tree structure in which expression, terms and factors are explained. Now, you can note down this along with the PDF in your notebook. I will be sending one PDF with this videos. So go through the PDF, those notes and the video. And when you are writing the PDF notes, you can copy down this and the solved questions from the practice set which I am solving in the video, that you can copy down. Now, the expression given is 4x square minus 3xy. This is the expression. Now, how many terms are there in this series? This is the first term. This is the second term. Two terms are there. Is it clear? So, here I wrote terms. How many terms are there? Two terms. Which are they? First one is 4x square and the other one is minus 3xy. When you take this type of numbers along with the sign, you should take. Is it clear? So, minus 3xy. Now, how to find the factors of this? Now, writing the factors, I told it is made up of, terms are made up of factors. Now, in this 4x square, 4 into, how you write the factor of x square means x into x. These are the factors. 4 into x becomes 4x square. Now, here what are the factors? Minus 3 into, along with the sign you have to take minus 3 into x into y. So, minus 3x and y becomes minus 3xy. So, minus 3 comma x comma y. So, these becomes the factors of minus 3xy. This tree structure you can draw in your notebook for easy understanding. So, you will come to know everything together: expression, terms and factors. One more example I have taken. Expression given is 5xy plus 10. So, when it is 5xy, what is the first term? 5xy is the first term plus 10. So, I can write it as 10 itself. Is it clear to you? Now, how I will write the factors of these terms I wrote. Now, I am using the dotted lines to show the factors. I will draw the dotted lines. Here 5 is one factor, x is one factor and y is another factor. So, using the dotted line I will explain you. Now, here what is the factors here? 5, factor is 5, then x and y. So, 5 into x into y becomes this. So, factors are 5 comma x comma y and 10 is as it is. Is it clear to you? So, this becomes the factors. Copy down this tree also in your book. Now, coefficients. Now, coefficients you have already studied. Again, we will take a revision of that. What do you mean by coefficient of some term? Now, here the numerical factor of a variable term. Variable varies. The variable means the alphabets which you use, x, y, or all those things. Along with that, which numerical factor, that is the number comes, that number is known as the variable, that is known as the coefficient. Is that clear? The numerical factor means number part which comes in with the variable in the term. Is it clear? That is known as the coefficient. Now, let's see some examples. Now, in the first example, 5xy. In 5xy, this is only one term. 5xy means 5 into x into y. So, it is one term. Now, what are the variables here? Unknown values x and y. So, they are known as the variables. Now, with the variable, which number is there? See here. What you can see here? 5. So, that is the coefficient number, numerical factor that comes In the last video, we saw two examples. Now, this is the third example of coefficients. Now, the third example, minus 7x square y square. What is the variables here? X square, y square. This is the variable part. X and y are the variables used here. Now, the coefficient of x square, y square is, now see this number here along with the sign. When it is plus, no need of writing plus sign. But when it is minus there with the number, you have to take the sign along with the number. Is it clear? So, the coefficient of x square y square is minus 7. Now, see the fourth example. Here, it is given minus x. Nothing with x, you should not take it as 0. It is 0 into something will be 0. That you should remember. So, what will be with x? Always 1 will be there with x. Is it clear? 1 into x. So, it is directly written, it is not shown this way, it can be this way also, or mostly when 1 comes, minus 1 comes here with x, it is always shown this way, minus x. So, that means what? The coefficient here is 1. Nothing here means the coefficient is 1. So, the coefficient of minus x, what you will write here? It is minus 1. Is this clear to you? So, don't forget the minus sign given in the question itself, and nothing is given with the variable means there it is 1. Now, in the fifth example also, minus x square y square is given. So, what you tell me now, what is the coefficient of minus x square y square? It is minus 1. Nothing here means 1. For minus 1 into x square y square, it is written as directly as minus x square y square. So, the coefficient of minus x square y square is minus 1. Is this clear to you? You have to copy down this also when you write the coefficients. Some extra questions I am solving here, that also you can copy down along with when you are writing the PDF. From the PDF, when you are writing this topic, some with examples, you add this extra questions which I am giving. Now, let's see what like and unlike terms are. Now, when terms have same algebraic factors, they are called as like terms. They should have the same algebraic factors and they are called as like terms. Is that clear to you? We will see some examples for like terms. Now, see this examples. 5x, first example, two terms I have taken. Now, 5x is one term, this 10x is another term. See the variables here, see what it is. The terms you see, same algebraic factors, they have x, x. So, they are like terms. Like terms you can add, subtract, whatever you want to do, add or subtract. When you want to do addition or subtraction of algebraic expression, you have to take like terms together. So, see here, it is x here, x here. So, they can be added together. Now, here what it is, 3mn, second example, 3mn and 7mn. See this here, mn, 3 is one factor, mn is another factor, mn, this is also of 3mn. Is it clear to you? So, they are like factors. Now, they are known as like terms. Now, here third one, 15ab, you see this ab term it is. Now, this also minus 21ab. The coefficients are different, but see the terms, variables used here. So, they are like terms. Is that clear? Now, if I write here AB and here if I write BA, both are same because 2 into 3 I can write as 3 into 2 also. So, AB and here if I write BA, both will be same thing. Is that clear to you? So, remember this much about like terms. Why we should consider the like terms together? Now, I have 3 apples. Here 2 apples. Now, if I want to add 3, I will write A for apple. So, 3 Good morning, children. I am Kavita Jayachandra Pillai. I will be taking topic algebraic expressions and operations on them for you. Now, in the second lecture, we will see the types of algebraic expression. In the last lecture, we have completed with what are the terms, coefficients, everything else, like terms, unlike terms we have seen. Now, different types of algebraic expressions are there. Now, what are the different types of algebraic expressions? Now, like you have the names, the same way the expressions are also having some names depending upon the number of terms they have. All the expressions which you are going to study are named after the number of terms they have. How many terms they have in that expression, depending on that it is named. They are now the expressions with one term, only one term in the expressions means they are known as monomials. M-O-N-O, monomials. M-I-A-L-S, monomials. Is it clear? Only one term in the expression means they are monomials. The examples are 4x, 2xy, only one term here. Is it clear to you? These are some of the examples. Now minus 7, only one term is only there, minus 7. So they are monomials. Is that clear? Now when there are two terms, now the expressions with two terms are known as binomials. Two terms are there means binomials. Examples are already, many examples are given in your textbook. Now 5y minus 7z, this is one example. Now this is one term, this is second term. Two terms are there, so it is a binomial. Now some more examples are, now 2x minus 3y. How many terms are there? One term, two term. Two terms are there. So they are binomials. Is that clear to you? Now when there are three terms, it is a trinomial. Three terms, if the expression is having three terms, then you call it as a tri. Tri. Tri means three. Nomials. Is that clear to you? Trinomials. Now next, some of the examples we will see of trinomials. Now here example number 1 I will take a plus b plus c. Simple example, it is first term, second term, third term. Is that clear? So three terms means it is a trinomial. Next example, now x square minus 5x plus 6. See this, this is the first term, second term, third term. So three terms means it is a trinomial. Now what if there are three or more terms? When it is three or more terms, then it is known as a polynomials. More than three terms in the expression means it is a polynomial. P-O-L-Y, polynomials. Is that clear to you? So more than three terms means it is a polynomial. Some of the examples are, now see this, a cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab minus b cube. This is a polynomial. Why? How many terms are there? You see here, a cube, this is one term, this is the second term, separated, both the terms are separated by minus sign. So minus is there. So minus 3a square b, this is the second term, this is the third term. See here, both are separated by plus sign. So 3ab minus b cube, this is the fourth term. 1, 2, 3, 4 terms are there. So more than 3 terms means it is a polynomial. Is this much clear to you? Now let's quickly do practice set 32 of page number 56 from your text. Good morning, children. I will be taking addition of algebraic expressions today. Now let's see how to add algebraic expressions with like terms. Like terms I have already explained you. Now let's take some like terms first. That is the simplest form which we can take. So we will start with the first example. See the first example. 3x is one term, 4x is another term. 3x means 3 into x, 4x means 4 into x. Is that clear to you? So two terms are there. They are like terms because see the variables x. Here also variable is x. So they are like terms. Now how to add like terms? Now it is given add the like terms. So we will add now. This is the first term. This is the second term. Put a plus sign. So that is the addition of like term. Now how to add this? So I got the expression. Now how to add this? Second step. Now see here x is there, here also x is there. So I will take x here one time and what is remaining I will put in the brackets. Is it clear? That is a distributive law. You have already studied the distributive law in mathematics. Now from here I took x outside the bracket. So what is remaining here? Suppose this is this I took outside. So what is remaining here? 3. So 3 I will write here. X is outside the bracket plus x I took outside the bracket. So what is remaining here? 4. Is that clear to you? So I will get this is equals to 3 plus 4 is 7 and what is here? X. Is it clear? What we are doing here is adding the coefficients. When the terms are like terms, we are adding the coefficients and writing that variable one time. Is that clear to you? So the final answer you will write, therefore 3x plus 4x is equals to 7x. Now next example, see here all are monomials. 8 into x into y, this means 8 into x into y, that is 8xy. So this is one term. Is it clear? This is the second term. Now 4 into x into y, this is one more monomial. This is the third monomial. 2 into x into y, this is the third monomial. This is the first monomial. All are like terms. You see this xy. What is the variables you see? Xy. Here also xy. Here also variables are xy. So they are like terms. So what you will do? You have to add the like terms as a question. So 8 into xy, the question will be formed now this way. 4xy and 2xy. You have to add it. So put plus sign here. Is this clear to you? So you are getting this one. Now what I am going to do, you see here. Now xy, here also xy, what is common? Here also xy. So I will put one bracket here. I will take xy outside the bracket. So because it is common for all the three terms. Is it clear? So from here xy went outside. What is here remaining? 8. Now plus sign 4. Here 4, xy is outside the bracket, common for all the terms, plus here xy went outside. So what is remaining? 2. Is this clear? Now using the distributive law, you know how to write. 8 into bracket means into. So 8 into xy plus 4 into xy plus 2 into xy. The thing is the same. This and this both are same. Now add this. What you are getting? 8 plus 4, how much? 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. So you are getting 14 added. What is there in the bracket first? Then what is remaining? Xy. This means what? This 14 xy means 14 into x into y. The same thing. So you got one term with the same variables xy. Is it clear to you? So this is a like terms. That is addition of monomials with like terms. Is that clear to you? Now the method explained here, this I wrote the question in horizontal way. Is it clear to you? I wrote the question in horizontal way. So this is a horizontal arrangement. Horizontally I wrote this question. Horizontal arrangement is this one. Is it clear? Now I will show you how to arrange one below the other and add it. Is it clear? That will be the vertical arrangement. This is a horizontal arrangement. I have explained you. One more example with both the arrangements I will show you. This is horizontally, or like the Now listen carefully. Now we will do practice set 33, question number first one. Now add 9p plus 16q. So this forms one expression now. In this expression, two terms are there. First term is 9p and the second term is 16q. Now what you have to add this to this one. These two you have to add. So this is the second expression. Second expression contains two terms. Is it clear? So they are binomial. This term also binomial. This is also binomial. Previously we saw for monomials. Now this is a binomial addition. Is it clear? Now what you will do? We are going to do by both the methods. First we will see horizontal method. Now horizontal means this way. How the lines in the books are, that way. Is it clear? So we will write the first one, 9p plus 16q, and we have to add it to this one. So plus 13p plus 2q. This is the question. Now first we will write the question. What is asked? We will write the question. Now we will do the second step. Now in the second step, what we should do? Group the like terms together. First thing we have to do is group the like terms together. Is it clear? I told you 3 apples plus 2 apples becomes 5 apples. You can't tell that 3 apples and 2 pencil becomes 5 apples. Is that clear to you? So group the like things only you can add or subtract. Now it will be 9p and 3p together and this one together. See this one. I will show by double line here. 16q I will group with 2q because they are like terms. 2q and 16q are like terms. Is that clear? This is for your understanding. I underlined it. Is that clear? Now I will bring them together. 9p. Now I brought, when you bring any term with the other like term, see the sign also. Along with the sign you should bring it. So it is plus 13p. So plus 13p together came. Now what is the next one? Plus 16q. Remaining here 16q is here plus 2q. So all the like terms came together. See this. Now you know how to add like terms. Is it clear? This and this. This you will add first, then you can add this 16q plus 2q. Now add this and try to tell the answers. What you got? 9p plus 13p. So what is the answer for 9? First add the coefficients. 9 plus 13. What you are getting? 22. 22 what? P. P is common in both, so P. Is it clear? Now here plus signs. So you know addition of integers. Plus 16 plus 2. How much you are getting? Plus 18. 16 plus 2 is 18 and Q. Is it clear? This is the final answer. Now let's see how to do in vertical arrangement. The same question. When you arrange this vertically also be careful. Like term should come below like terms. Now first expression I will write as it is. So 9p plus 16q. Enough spacings you give between the coefficient variable, this operations which is given here, and again the coefficient and the variable. Now 9p 16q I wrote here. Now what is the second one? Second binomial is 13p. See here 13p along with the sign plus it is. So that will come here 13p. Now here plus 2q will come below the q term itself, plus 2q. Now you know how to add them. So add it. So 9, you can do this way, anyway you can do. Now 9 plus 13, how much you are getting? 22. So it is 22. P here, P here, P is a variable here. So write that once. Plus it is plus. Now here 16 plus 2 is 18 and Q is a variable here. Write Q down. So in both the case, whether you do horizontally or vertically, you will get the same answer. So this way you can cross check also. Now the next question. This question I will explain you in the next video. I will explain you. See the question, children. Here 13x square minus 12y square. You have to add to the second expression, that is 6x square minus 8 y square. So this is the horizontal method I am going to explain you first. So I wrote the first expression in first bracket, second expression in second bracket. As it is plus, even if you don't write the bracket also will do. For addition, no problem even if you don't put the bracket. But for subtraction, when it comes, you have to put the bracket here for this term, because that minus sign will be common for both. Is that clear? Now here it is plus, so no need of thinking anything, no need of putting bracket. Even if you put bracket also, the same answer you get, without also same answer you will get. Now first one, I will write the first expression opening the bracket. Is it clear? Now plus 6, this means what? When you open also plus 6x square, plus into minus, plus into minus. You have studied in integers, plus in bracket means into, plus into minus, minus 8y square. Is this clear to you? In addition of integers or subtraction, last year you have studied. Now this year you have studied multiplication and division of integers also. In multiplication of integers, you know, plus bracket and minus sign comes. Plus bracket means into, plus into minus, minus. Is it clear? Minus into plus, minus. So you get this one. Is this clear to you? Now bring the like terms together. Now see this 13x square terms you bring together. Now you get 13x square. What is the sign here? Plus 6x square. So plus 6x square you group together. Now what is remaining things? You have to group together. Now see this one. Minus, along with the sign you have to take, be careful. So what you are getting here? Minus 12y square, minus 12y square, and what is here? Minus 8y square. All y square terms together you brought along with the sign, but minus sign is there, don't miss that minus sign. So along with the sign you have to bring together. Once the like terms are together, you know how to add or subtract. Now 13x square plus 6x square. Now x square you can write, x square term it is, so one time you will write x square, before that 13 and 6. How you have to, what you have to do? 13 plus 6, how much it is? 19. Is that clear to 19? What you get? X square. Now see here carefully. Now minus 12 minus 8, you know addition of integers. In addition of integers you have studied this. Same sign, add, put the common sign. Remembering, same sign, add, put the common sign. Same sign in of addition of integers, you, if you remember, same sign, add it up. Now 12 plus 8, how much? 20. Put the common sign. What is the common sign here? Minus. Is it clear? So you are getting minus 20. And which term it is here? It is y square. Here also y square. So what is the term here? Y square term. Is it clear to you? So you are getting this as the answer. So 19x square minus 20 y square you will get. Is this clear to you? Copy down this, and I will show you vertical arrangement also. How to do it vertically also I will explain you. Now in vertical method also no need of any problem here. It is very easy. And see the question and copy down the first expression, 13x square minus 12y square. Now when you write the next expression, just see that the like terms comes below each other. Now first is 6x square. Where is 6x square? Search here. Is it clear? Now along with the sign it is plus. Even if you don't write plus, will do here. Now 6x square. Now what is here? Y term. So it serves the y square, here it is. So minus, it is minus 8y square. So minus 8y square. You have to add it. When you have to add it, do this way. Is it clear? Now what to do? Now it is y square term. You can write here y square. Now see here, minus 12 minus 8. Addition of integers again. Same sign, add. Put the common sign. So add it. 12 plus 8 is 20. And put the common sign. Is it clear? Now what is the term here? X square. So this term is x square term. Now add the Now fifth one, 3y square minus 10y plus 16. That is the first expression. It is a trinomial. 3 terms trinomial. This is the first expression and this is the second expression. This is a binomial. First term, second term. 2 terms are there. So it is a binomial. You have to add trinomial and a binomial. Now write the first one. Now we are going to do by horizontal method first. Now 3y square minus 10y plus 16. This is the first term. Is it clear? First term. What you have to do? Plus, add it is, question is add. So the second expression I will write in the second bracket. Is this clear? This is the first part. Now next step, open the bracket. What you have to do? Bring the like terms together along with the sign. Now here in the first bracket it is 3y square here. Now see here, y term is there. Y square term is there or what? No y square term. So leave it. This will remain as it is. Now see this term here. It is minus 10y. Now here I will write minus 10y. Now in this bracket you see here it is. See here. It is 2y. What 2y? Plus 2y. Plus is for this also. Plus is for this also. Remember that. Is it clear? Bracket is there. So plus into plus here means plus itself. So plus 2y here I will write. Understood? So I brought y terms together, like terms together. Now what is remaining here? Plus 16. Now here plus into minus, minus. Plus into, bracket means into, plus into minus is minus, and what is remaining? 7. Is that clear to you? Now what to do? Y square is as it is, nothing to add or subtract with y square. I will write 3y square as it is. Now see this one. Here it is minus, rough work I am doing to this side, minus 10 plus 2. How much you get? Addition of integers. Different sign, subtract. Put sign of the greater number. So what you are getting here? Here you will get 10 minus 2 is 8. Is it clear? Different sign, subtract. So 10 minus 2, bigger number. From the bigger number you subtract the smaller number. 10 minus 2 is 8, and put the sign of the greater is here 10. So what is the sign of the greater number? Minus. So I will get minus 8y. Is it clear to you? Here it is a y term here. So I will write here also y. Understood this much? Now take the third term, plus 16 and minus 7. Now plus 16 and minus 7, use the integer property, plus 16 minus 7. Different sign, subtract. When you subtract, what you get? 16 minus 7 is 9. Put the sign of the greater number. Different sign, subtract, put sign of the greater number. So plus sign. Is it clear? So you will get plus 9. This is the final answer. Now let's see using the other method, that is the vertical method. See, I wrote the first expression I wrote. Now I have to bring the second expression down. Now where I will bring this 2y, plus 2y it is. So where I should bring? Below the y term I should bring. So along with the sign. No sign means plus sign. So plus 2y I will write here. What is minus 7? Minus 7 is a constant term. So along with the constant term here I will write. In the first expression 16 is also a constant term. So along with 16, below that I will write. What is the sign of 7? Minus. So along with the sign you write here. Now you can add. Is it clear? Once you arrange it like terms together, then no problem is there. Is it clear? What you get? Different sign, subtract, and put the sign of the greater number. Subtract 16 minus 7 is 9. Put the sign of the greater number, plus. Now here different sign, subtract. 10 minus 2, how much you are getting? 8, and y term it is. When different sign, subtract, put sign of the greater number. What is the greater number? 10 here. So minus. Is it clear? Addition, subtraction, multiplication of integers, be clear with it or revise those topics of integers. Now here nothing is there. Below y square term nothing is there, means 0 y square it is. 0 means nothing. So bring this as it is down. So you get 3y square minus 8y plus 9. In both the case the answers are same. Understood this? Copy down this in your notebook now. Now example number 6. This is the first expression minus 3y square plus 10y minus 16 that I wrote here. Now the second expression is 7y square plus 8. Now I will do this by vertical method, you will try with horizontal method and just cross check the answers. Now I wrote the first expression, now I will bring the like terms together one below the other. Here it is 7y square. 7y square means plus 7y square. So where I will write y square here. So along with the sign plus 7y square. Here y term is there, but here no y term. So leave it as it is. Nothing means 0y. Here nothing is there means 0 it is. So as it is you leave it. Then bring the constant term below constant term. Here minus 16 is the constant term. Here plus 8 is the constant term. So I will write here plus 8. Now you know how to add. So add this. Now how to add? Different sign, subtract. What you are going to do? Different sign, subtract. When you subtract, minus sign, plus sign. So 16 minus 8 is how much? 8 itself. Different sign, subtract, put sign of the greater number. What is the greater number here? 16. So what is the sign? Minus. So you get minus 8 here. Now here nothing is there in the y place, nothing is there. Bring that 10y, 10 plus 10y it is as it is. Along with the sign you will write plus 10y. Don't forget the sign, it is the second term here. Along with the sign you should write here. Now what is the next term here? Y square term. So minus 3 plus 7. Y square below y square it is. So y square, the answer will be in y square itself. Now addition of integers, remember different sign. Minus 3 coefficients you see. Minus 3 and plus 7. What you are getting? Different sign, subtract. Now 7 minus 3 how much? You first check 7 minus 3. You will get 4. You can write this way and put the sign of the greater number. Is it clear? You can write this way also, anyway, whichever way you feel easy you can write. Now you can write plus 7 first, 7 plus 7 and minus 3 this way also. Different sign means subtract. From the bigger number you subtract the smaller number. Is that clear? But don't forget about the sign. That's all. Now here you will get 4. Different sign, subtract. You will get 7 minus 3 is 4 and put the sign of the greater number. Understood? So you will get here 4 and that along with that plus sign. Even if you don't write here, will do. If you write also, no problem. So in both methods, vertical and horizontal method, you should get the same answer. Check this with horizontal method now. Now in the next video, next question.